breathe or nothing. I still got permanent scrapes on my head to this day. They made me bleed all night up in the cell. They didn't give me my phone call. They made me walk and piss. They never washed the mace out my eyes. They stripped me butt naked, whatever. They took off my socks, ripped off my shirt. They took off my sneakers and made me sit up in the cell naked for about 10 hours till I went to go and see the judge. And they didn't give me none of my property back. It's like...
And all this started because you took a cop's picture.
Because I took a picture of the car number. Yes.
Okay.
That's the whole point. Like, all of this is over nothing. That's why I'm like, it ain't even that serious. I'm telling the cops in the holding cell, like, it ain't even that serious. I know I ran from y'all, but the whole time after I got caught, like, I'm telling the cops, like, I respect y'all. I wasn't trying to run from y'all. I wasn't trying to even have the whole department even do this, whatever, but y'all didn't have to use excessive force upon me. Like, I'm telling the partner, I'm like, yo, I respect you, things like that. I know you was doing your job. Well, I said your partner here, he's very disrespectful. Whatever, he provoked us. I don't know if you're having a bad day or what type of day you're having, but he ain't have to talk to me like this. He ain't have to do none of this to me. And then he retracted his statement saying that, well, I wasn't going to arrest you. I never told you to go to the back of my car and put your hands behind your back. I said, if you wouldn't have told me that, I wouldn't have ran then. That's the only reason why, because I just knew you was taking me to jail. So, well, as I'm walking up inside the police station, after they like near me all up in my head and got their knees up in my neck and punched me, they was doing every type of thing to me. I couldn't see. So, as I couldn't see, whatever, I couldn't even walk. So he walked me straight into the metal stairs, like head first and chest first, whatever. As I'm tripping up the stairs, talk about, just trust me, I ain't gonna walk you to nothing, even though you can't see. He walked me straight head first into the metal stairs going up into the police station.
Do you think? Do you think he? Hold on. Do you think he did that on purpose?
Did that on purpose, yes, or whatever. So then when I told him I had to throw up because I swallowed some of the mace and things, so they eventually took me to the bathroom and things like that, or to some type of holding cell, I guess, where they wash the mace off at and things like that. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, you're in front of the toilet, throw up, whatever, yo. I'm like, so I happened to look down and whatever, squinted up, opened one of my eyes. They got me walking through a big puddle of piss that people pissed all up in there. It wasn't, all the piss was outside up in the bathroom. Like, I knew I felt water, but I didn't know what it was until I actually looked down. So they had me walk through the piss barefooted.
On purpose?
They never put me in the shower to wash the mace out of my eyes or nothing. I didn't wash the mace out of my eyes until probably about 30 hours later, until I actually got to county jail. And they told me that I was actually charged with resisting arrest and jaywalking. And my bail was $650. So when I got up to the holding cell, I asked them, can I get my phone call? And this probably about 11:30 at night. So they was like, yeah, you should be able to get your phone call. So I get up there, they never give me my phone call. So I go to see the judge at, 9 o'clock in the morning. And now the judge told me that my bail was $1,000, and they gave me a disorderly conduct charge. I said, where did the disorderly conduct charge come from, Judge? They only gave me resisting arrest and jaywalking. But then in the paper, they slandered my name, saying that I was fighting with the police and things like that. If I was fighting with the police, y'all would have gave me a whole major charge or whatever, and you would not get no $650 bill or no $1,000 bill. So they got people thinking that I'm fighting with the cops. I said, that ain't true. Why would I fight with the cops? And a lot of them is my friends. So, yeah, they slandered my name, but it's, oh my goodness, I could keep on talking about this all day, but basically they use knife sticks, they use the mace, they tased me, they kneed me, punched me, almost broke my wrist, whatever, was kicking me. They was doing all of this, and I'm up in the parking lot with rocks, so my head is right laid on rocks, so they just dropping down. I couldn't brace myself for nothing. And all these cops is 200 plus pounds.
So they beat you pretty badly right by the police station.
Right by the police station, yes.
Okay, and when did this happen? When did this incident take place?
It happened on September 7th.
So it just happened a few weeks ago?
Yes.
Okay, do you have any photographs of your injuries?
Yeah, couple up on my phone, and I took a couple off my computer. So they ain't the best photos, but yeah, I do got photos. Then like I just went to the hospital probably about a week and something ago. The CAT scan couldn't actually prove that I had concussions or nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they just told me to take Motrin and things like that. Like my elbow is still snapping to this day, whatever. And it's still sore. Like I went for my elbow, I went for my 3 numb fingers and my wrist and things like that. For my right hand, basically my whole right side is all messed up from head to toe. I had a big lump on my right side of my head, but I still got a big scrape on my head and on my cheek and on my right shoulder. And my right elbow is still messed up. I got brush burns still on my knee. And this all been a couple weeks. And it's like whenever I press where the handcuff was, everything like still feel numb and very sensitive. But they said it ain't no breaks or no fractures. I got CAT scans, I got X-rays and everything. So they just said just give it a couple weeks and hopefully all the water and all the blood that's up in my elbow and that's up in my fingers will actually go down.
Okay. Is there anything else that happened to you in terms of them abusing you while you were in custody?
Yes. Another thing is, like, as I'm up in there, I'm giving them the information of my house and my address and all of that stuff like that. The one officer is like, shut the fuck up. The one who actually arrested me, whatever. He basically the only prick out of all of them, because the rest of the cops actually knew who I was, picked me up off the ground, who came here and knew my name and everything, called me by my first name, took me from the rest of the officers that was beating me up that didn't know me.
What is the officer's name who did the most abuse? What is his name?
His name, I think his name is Jay Fisher, and his badge number is 1700. Hold on 1 second. And I just left the police station today trying to get a complaint for him, and they would not give me a complaint for him. I told them it's for police brutality, and they wouldn't give it to me.
Hold on a second. Let me stop. Right. Hold on. Let me stop you. You went into the police station and told them what you're telling me, and they refused to give you a complaint form?
Yes. They made me sit up in this room, so I'm sitting in the room for a while, so I get back into the line to ask them, like, why do I got to sit in the line just to get a complaint form? And you could just give it to me, and he just basically looking at me and don't want to even say nothing to me. So I go to one of the state officers and said, sir, where can I get a complaint form from? And he's like, for what? I said, man, for me witnessing police brutality. Because I told the one officer about me getting arrested, and he wanted to act like he didn't want to give it to me. So I told the state officer that don't actually work for the police station, but they do. And he was like, you get it from over there. But I told him it's for I told him it's for me witnessing police brutality. He was like, you go over there. I said, that officer ain't trying to give me the complaint form. And he was like, he just shrugged his shoulders. I said, oh, so that's how y'all do people here. So I'm up here at the library right now trying to print out a complaint form off the internet. And I just emailed police abuse or legal abuse.com or something like that. I sent them my whole complaint, whatever that I was trying to send to the police force. But
okay, I actually got that complaint and I'm looking at it now. That's why I called you. So we will assist you. Do you know any of the officers' names that were at the desk when you went in the second time to try to file a complaint? Do you know who they are?
I cannot tell you who they is. There's a couple lieutenants and superintendents that was right behind them, and they was looking at me just dumbfounded as the regular officer was. But I do have the badge number and shield number of the one officer who wrote a signature down on the report.
Did they tell you why they weren't going to give you a complaint form?
No, they didn't. They started, they went to some females. They disregarded me and started doing paperwork on a female, getting texts, getting verbally abused through Texas. So
okay, but they wouldn't address your complaint, and you were standing there for how long?